Hi guys, this is Tracy from paulandtracy.com. In today's video, I will show you how to add a Wix cookie pop-up banner to your website. With strict privacy laws now in place in Europe and in other places such as California in the US, it's important to include some kind of cookie pop-up banner on your website. The pop-up should inform visitors that you are using cookies and, most importantly, get their acceptance for you to do so. Before we even get started, I have to say that I'm not a legal expert. What I'm going to say in this video is for informational purposes only. Please do consult a legal professional before taking any action. So what are cookies exactly? I'll cover this very briefly just to give you some background about what they are, how they're used, and why they're important for you if you own a website. Cookies are small pieces of data that are created when you visit a website and are then stored in your web browser. They act like memory and save you time by remembering things like search history, account login details, browsing preferences, among other things. They are an essential part of the web and improve the whole online web browsing experience. But if they're so good, then why do we need laws to protect us against them? Well, cookies store information about a user, and as such, an individual has the right to control what information they want to share with others and how. So to conform with current privacy laws, we as website owners must include a cookie consent banner on our websites notifying visitors of how their information will be used and whether or not they consent to it. Wix includes a cookie pop-up banner as part of every website free of charge. You just need to activate it and customize it to suit your needs. So let's do that now. Log into your Wix account and go to the dashboard for your website. If you have more than one website, you can get to the dashboard by clicking on the website from your My Sites page. One thing to know is that in order to add a cookies banner to your website, your site needs to be published first. If you haven't already published your site, you'll need to do that first from the Wix editor. To add a cookie banner, click Settings from the left-hand menu. Then click on Privacy and Cookies. You should now be on the Privacy Tools tab. In the Display a Cookie Consent Banner section, click the Get Started button. To activate the cookies banner on your website, click the button next to Display Cookie Banner on Site. You can customize the text and display settings of your cookie pop-up from here. You can choose between two display options, light and dark. Choose the one you like the most that fits the template that you chose for your website. I'll be choosing light. There are two buttons that are a part of your cookie pop-up banner. Here you can edit the text that appears for the person to confirm their acceptance of your website cookies. The second button, when it's clicked, actually creates another pop-up window where the visitor can switch on or off additional cookie settings like marketing cookies, functional cookies, or analytics cookies. There is also a link to your privacy policy within the Wix cookie banner, and you can edit the text that they click on to get there from here. Here you have the message that appears to inform visitors of your cookies. You can edit the text and personalize the wording to align with your own cookie settings. Here is where you can link to your privacy policy. Under Review Cookie Policy Requirements, Wix is informing you that you may be running cookies from other apps installed on your website and that this cookies banner doesn't cover those. If your website has any of the following installed on your Wix website, then please know that this cookie pop-up will not cover the requirements to be compliant with privacy laws. Also, third-party apps which are not created by Wix that you have downloaded and installed onto your website from the Wix App Market, or any custom code that runs on your website. These apps or code may run cookies without the user's consent, and Wix can't stop those from running via this pop-up. In these cases, what that means is you won't be compliant with privacy laws if you only use the Wix cookie pop-up. To solve this issue, you may prefer to use an external cookie management tool such as Cookiebot, which I'll link in the description box below this video. And if you would like us to do a separate tutorial on that, please mention it in the comments. If you're sure that you don't have any of these additional apps, then click I've read and understood the above. There are some advanced options here. When a visitor clicks on Cookie Settings, a pop-up box with 4 options will appear. From here you can edit the text that appears for the 4 types of cookies, as well as the Confirm button text. If you've recently updated your cookie policy, or you just need to get your visitors' acceptance of cookies once again, you can click Renew Consent at any time, and this will make it so that anybody who comes to your website must confirm their acceptance of the cookies, even if they've done so in the past. Okay, so that's it. To save your cookies pop-up, click Save and Publish. Wix will confirm that your cookie banner is now published. You won't see it in the editor or in preview mode, but you can test it by going to your live site. So as you can see, the cookie policy appears at the bottom of the website. It has a link to the privacy policy. A visitor could accept the cookies straight away by clicking Accept Cookies here, or they can also update any cookie settings from here. This is the additional pop-up box that I mentioned before. A visitor can activate certain settings here and then save those. When they click Save, it's the same as accepting the cookies, so they don't need to do anything else. And then the pop-up box will disappear as they've accepted the cookies. So this is Wix's cookie pop-up banner. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to add them in the comments section below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.